Okay, good morning class, welcome back. Let us begin with the third chapter, overpopulation and underpopulation. In the previous class we had done the causes of overpopulation, and the three causes that we learned is birth rate and death rate. If the birth rate is high, that means the number of people that are being born is high in a country, the population is extremely high, it is overpopulated. All right, now when the death rate is, see, when there is overpopulation, birth rate is high, death rate is low. And when there is underpopulation, death rate is high. That means the number of people that are dying is extremely high, and the number of people in comparison to the death, in the number of people that are being born, is less. Second one that we learned is poverty. In a country which is extremely poor is unable to look after its people. All right, the people are unable to earn a proper earning, or they are unable to sustain their family. So what do? Is they give birth to more number of people, so that there are more number of working hands. If a family earns by begging, they give birth to more number of children, so that there are more number of beggars, and they bring back more amount of money. The third one that we learned is illiteracy and the lack of family planning. So when we talk about illiteracy, we are talking about how educated a person is. In some countries which is underdeveloped, people are poor, so they are unable to go to school. So now they become illiterate. When they are illiterate, they do not get a better job, they do not get a job as well. So because of all these things, people are illiterate, they do not know the ill effects or the negative effects of overpopulation, and so there is no family planning. Okay, now impact of overpopulation. What happens? Depletion of natural resources. Okay, so we've already done this. Depletion of natural resources means because the population is more than the resources, more amount of resources will be used at a very high speed, and then the amount of resources is going to decrease day by day. Now there are also going to be a large amount of pollution. Growing population means there is limited resources, there is limited food. So when there is limited food but there is more population, what happens is people will die of hunger. Environmental hazards, because of the population, more number of cars means people will start using more number of goods, plastics, vehicles, communication, everything will be used in excess. When there is excess of usage of things, what happens is pollution starts increasing. Now what type of pollution we are talking about? We are talking about air pollution, we are talking about water pollution, we are talking about land pollution. All right, all these things will get polluted. Unemployment and poverty. Because there are more number of people in a certain area, but there are less jobs. So less jobs means more people will be unemployed, and when they are unemployed, they will not be able to earn a living. When they do not earn, they will become poor. All right, okay, now health and sanitation. Here we are talking about cleanliness of the person, cleanliness of their homes, cleanliness of the area, and then ultimately the cleanliness of the environment. Haphazard land use and poor infrastructure lower the quality of health conditions. That means when people are poor, they will not be able to have a proper house with proper ventilation. They do not have a proper toilet. They are unable to take bath on time. They do not have clean drinking water. So to live a healthy life, you have to eat healthy food. You have to sleep in a ventilated area. That means you should have proper housing, enough air and sunlight to enter your room. Proper food. You have to have a clean toilet. All right. If you go and if you do not have a proper toilet, if you dump your garbage in the drains, then what is going to happen is flies are going to come, and these flies later on will come and sit on your food, and then when you consume that food, you are going to fall sick. So you can see that when there are more number of people in a place compared to the resources, all these health hazards is going to take place. That means you are going to be affected. When the population is high, you know that when you go to a government hospital, the number of doctors are less compared to the number of people that is visiting the hospital. So you can see that it is extremely crowded. Okay, imbalance in trade. Now see, developing countries spend huge amount of money on medical care, housing and other public facilities. So in a developing country, people are not rich. Only a certain section of the society belong to the upper middle class, and these are the only people who will be able to afford all the luxuries in life, proper healthy food all the time, proper medical care on time. But the remaining section has to be looked by the government. All right, so this in turn affects industrial development and increases the nation's dependence on developed or advanced countries for superior goods and technologies. So this paragraph tries to explain a situation in which the developing countries or the underdeveloped countries, in these type of countries, people are poor. When people are poor, they are unable to gain access to these type of facilities. But if you want to develop your country, what has to be done? The government will look after these people. So when the government is spending a huge amount of money on these infrastructure, providing facilities for the poor, the money will not be able to be invested in industrial things. Now apart from that, the government has to keep on depending on the developed nations. So instead of focusing on the activities which is going to make the country rich, the government has to focus on those things which will sustain the lives of the poor people. Okay, so you can see that instead of focusing everything, time, energy, money, resources on developing a country, on making it a fully developed country, they still have to focus on making the country a balanced one. Instead of a developed one, we are still developing, because there are more number of underprivileged, there are more number of poor people in the country in comparison to other developed countries. Okay, so in the next class we shall be beginning with underpopulation.